Seriously, it feels like I just woke up in the morning and just poured myself a glass of orange juice. That is, ooh, man, that's really good. All right, another whiskey. If you know from last time, my wheel decided to spin on a $200 bottle of whiskey. So I reached out to my Scotch father. You're going to see him in a previous video probably. And he gave me a big old list of things. So I decided on this. This is a 25-year single malt from Speyside. Now, what's kind of interesting about this bottle is this is bottled by Creative Whisky Company. They call them the Exclusive Malts. Normally, what they do is they get a cask, one single cask, from an unnamed distiller. Now, I did some research on this bottle. I can't confirm that this is actually true, but people seem to think that the distillery that they got this cask from is Glenlivet. We're gonna say maybe that's the case. If it is, okay, cool. Otherwise, what they do here is they buy a cask from a distiller. They use that cask to fill up as many bottles as possible. So with this, it's 265 bottles that they got to fill with this, and that's it for that one cask. This was actually distilled in June 17th, 1992. I was 2 years old, so let that sink in. That's kind of cool. This is a very old whiskey. Probably it's going to be the oldest on my channel so far. This is actually the oldest that I've bought. Oldest I've actually bought prior to this. Probably like an 18 year. I bought Balmore 18. So I'm excited for this, and I'm going to try and not get let down because I know how much I spent on this bottle, and so do you. It was 200 bucks. I know I like to bring prices into my ratings a lot, so with 25, anything past like 15 years, you're gonna spend more money just because they're older and more mature and should have more complex flavors. So we're gonna just try and see if it's worth the 200. We'll see. One thing I did want to actually say is the type of cask that this is used is called a hogshead. A hogshead cask is basically just they take 5 or so ex-bourbon barrels and just make a bigger cask out of it, and it actually holds more whiskey, and it actually takes up the same amount of warehouse space. That's kind of cool. But let's pour it out. Oh, it smells good though. It just popped me right in the face. That's a nice natural whiskey color right there. Look at that. It looks pretty. So it smells and tastes pretty. Before I continue, I forgot they put a tag on the bottle, and they color code. So this is a yellow label. And the color code, you probably see it here. So on the yellow, it says malty citrus barley. Those are kind of the notes you should be able to look at before you buy it. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that before I bought it, so now I know. We'll be trying to figure out if we can get those notes on this. So give it a good nose. Ooh. Yeah, there's that's definitely like a light citrus in there. I'm getting a smidgen. Like a smidgen of iodine and some vanilla. The vanilla overtakes the iodine, but that's definitely a pleasant nose. And let's swirl around a little bit. Check out the legs. Okay, a little more viscous than the Japanese we did last time. So that should have a nice mouthfeel coating on that. Do one more nose. Okay, a little bit of cereal. So I got some cereal, citrus, vanilla, a little bit of iodine. Okay, I'm excited to try this. Now, I know it's $200, but I'm going to try and forget about it and just drink it for what it is. And also, anybody out there that has a 2-year-old and they discover that they can spit chewed food at you, cheers. Ooh. That went down a little hot, but I got too excited to swallow it. So, wow. I'm getting like some orange juice kind of flavor on that. That's really nice. So, seriously, it feels like I just woke up in the morning and just poured myself a glass of orange juice. That is, ooh, man, that's really good. Let me get a smaller sip and be less excited to swallow it so I can actually, like, not almost choke. Oh my. And that finish, by the way, that is glorious. That is a nice, sweet, more vanilla, right on the middle of my tongue. It's just hanging around there. Just saying, how do you do? That oak is there now too, and the oak doesn't really come up on the palate a lot. It's just right there on the finish. 25 years in a single barrel, obviously. Wow, that is really good. And I'm gonna say just on the nose, the color, the mouthfeel, the palate, the finish, it's worth every cent so far. So let me give it another sip here. Yeah, that is very good. Now, I don't want to give it the highest score possible. I mean, I can't, obviously. It's definitely better than the Japanese. So, I'm going to give this... I'm going to change up my rating scale just a tiny bit, just because, like, the more I have, like, the less they're going to fit in my little tiny scale I have. If you're new to the channel, I do, because I thought it was kind of funny, like a finger scale, like, you know, fingers of whiskey. So, I'm going to give this 4 1/4. I do think that you could get away with, or not you, they could probably sell this for $150. I think that's a more reasonable price. Again, I paid $200 for this. Well, actually, I paid $189 for this because there's 10% off coupon, stuff like that. But it retails at $200. So I don't think it needs to retail at $200. Regardless, if you're shopping for a $200 bottle of whiskey, seriously, this is very, very good. This is a Speyside whiskey, and my last Speyside whiskey, I'm pretty sure, was Lismore 18. And we all know that was poop. This is not poop, and I did say in that video, I defended myself, I do like Speysides. Exhibit A, this is a very good Speyside. This is like a glass of orange juice with some sweetness, and that finish is still there. This is very, 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 very good. I'm very happy with this. All right, it's wife time. I think this is probably going to be the most expensive alcohol you're going to have in your life. Are you excited?
I am, but I also don't want to, like, disappoint you.
You're not going to disappoint me. I'm gonna drink it and enjoy it no matter what. So again, not a whiskey person, but I want to see if non-whiskey people can enjoy which whiskeys. So she's liked a few, or a couple, I'd say. So maybe we can make that 3. Right. Give it a nose. What's grabbing you on that?
I think I smell like a citrus, like a lime almost.
A little bit of a lime, okay. All right. Yeah. Drum roll. Okay. Not a good reaction, but we'll see. All right, what are your thoughts?
Well, it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, I'm an idiot. This is 50.3% alcohol. Wow. So basically 50% alcohol. So it's 2% more than last time. So, what are your thoughts on this so far?
Well, I definitely like the Japanese more.
The Japanese more? All right. Why did you like the Japanese more? What do you think?
I felt like I don't know, I just like the flavor of it. I enjoyed it more.
Okay, so she's looking at it, so let's grab it. Let's grab it. And she was looking at this. We did this last time. She likes this more. Now this was $55 compared to $200. So that just goes to show you that price isn't everything as far as being able to enjoy something. So
well,
it's
I'm also a non-whiskey drinker.
Still doesn't matter because this was very good. This was a 4 if you remember. So this is 4 1/4, and I spent $145 more. You're paying for age, you're paying for length of time this sits in a barrel, so I get it. But again, you don't have to spend a lot of money to find a good whiskey. Let that be a lesson. Oh my god, she went back in.
Yeah, no. No.
Alright, hold on. So, of the 3 that you've
No.
liked... Stop! That's not nice. That's not nice. That's very mean. Sorry, Glenlivet. Sorry.
I'm sorry. But no.
So, of the 3 that you've liked, Auchentoshan, the Japanese, and I bought this one.
Yeah, not the second taste.
James Buchanan, you kind of liked.
Yeah.
So, of those 3 then, Auchentoshan, Japanese, James Buchanan, which one's your number 1?
Does that count?
Okay, of the 3 that you've enjoyed, the Auchentoshan, the Japanese, and the James Buchanan,
Yeah.
which one's your favorite?
The Japanese version.
All right.
100%.
So, did not pass the wife test. That's okay, because it passed the me test.
The
this
first
is
taste it did, not the second taste.
why. What happened to the second taste?
I don't know. It just tasted worse.
Okay, well, you know what? It passed my test, and I don't care. So I'm gonna enjoy the crap out of this. And if you got $200 laying around, you don't know what whiskey to buy, that's a pretty good one. See ya. All right, Whisky Wheel. And as you know, I don't like to do back-to-back of the same thing, so if it lands a $200 bottle, I'm going to do it again. And in fact, if it lands on wife choice, I'm going to do it again. I like some variation. Variation's the spice of life. That's why I drink a bunch of whiskeys. So, here we go. Ooh, George Dickel, Tennessee whiskey. Look at that. If you saw my nightcap video, I drank that. Actually excited to review that. So, there you go.